This will be a pick-a-pow reading all about what people find intimidating about you. So we're not only going to be exploring what people find so intimidating, but possible reasons why that is, and some advice for you in each pile. So pile 1 is the card Don't Quit Your Daydream. Pile number 2 is Unfold Your Own Myth. And pile number 3 is Wear Your Party Hat. So when you're ready, just choose the pile or piles that you're drawn to before we'll start the reading. So if you've chosen pile number 1, this is your reading. And we've also got this card here, Don't Quit Your Daydream and Become an Alchemist. So straight away I'm getting people find intimidating, or they find you intimidating because they can't fathom how much you've changed. It could be that you've gone through a glow up, or more than that, like a real transformation, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. You might have been looking much better. You've looked after yourself. These are results that people can not only see, but they can also feel. And it makes them feel very intimidated because now it's like they don't know what to do with you now, or how to handle that information. Because you've become so much better than, or they feel like you've become so much better than you used to be. It could be these people have underestimated you. They were the same ones who were thinking in their minds, oh, your plan was never gonna work, you were never gonna be successful, you would stay in the same place, or at least these people hoped you could stay down so that they can feel better about themselves temporarily. It seems like maybe even these people were in competition with you and they just wanted a much easier competition, but now they've leaped and jumped into something that now they don't know how to get out of the situation. They didn't think that, trying to push you, trying to compete with you would have led to you rising so much higher than they could ever reach. Or at least they have this perception of you that you are untouchable now, there's nothing they can do to reach you, and that you've won. And that's what really intimidates them, the fact that they underestimated you so badly. But now, so this is an entire group of people who are intimidated by you, and it's like they feel like they have to crawl, whereas you have to run, as in, okay, maybe that wasn't the right expression, but it's like they feel like whatever they do, they can never catch up to you, and that it was pointless to compete with you in the first place. This is what's driving their fear, really, because they think you've changed in such a supernatural rate, at such a fast, quick rate. They didn't see that you would have long-term vision for your dreams. They didn't think that they thought that you would just fumble the bag. And so, pile 1, the advice that you need to hear is definitely encouragement to keep going and really and truly focus on yourself. I know this card says, it's kind of funny, mind your monkey business, but it's not just talking about you, it's talking about them, that, they should mind their own business, but because they just can't help themselves, they cannot mind their own business. But what you can do is, don't quit your daydream, literally, keep working on yourself, and keep knowing that you have won whatever this is. Even though you were never in a competition with anyone, you were only trying to improve yourself, and you are getting the results that you want to get. It's like these people will always stay the way that they are. And also, it's telling you to pour your energy back into your work. Try not to focus on anyone feeling intimidated by you or anyone acting weird around you. That's a huge sign, actually, that these people aren't compatible with you in the first place. So kind of like just treat them like they're irrelevant and just move on with your life would be the best advice. And yeah, it's like learn to befriend yourself on a much deeper level, and build yourself up to where you don't actually need anyone to feel comfortable around you or to feel a certain way around you. Because people who feel instinctively like they're not on your level, even though you never, implied that or was thinking that way about them, they will, no matter what you do or no matter how you show up, they're always gonna feel shitty about themselves. So they will never be able to change their ways unless they really do the inner work. And lastly, just note that you aren't doing anything wrong at all. In fact, you're doing all the right things. You're focused on yourself. This is what's keeping you a winner here and keeping you in victory. And that's it for pile 1. Now for pile 2. Okay, pile 2. So this is gonna... Okay, I know this is gonna sound so cliche, but whoever these people are who are intimidated by you, it's suggested very strongly here that you are far out of their league. And it's not even me trying to say that in a mean way or to be elitist or anything, but this is exactly how all these people are feeling secretly on the inside, that you are far above them, way above, far out of their league, that you, in a way, it can feel a bit dehumanizing to be put on such a pedestal. But when you are around most people, it seems they end up doing that. They end up projecting onto you their own ideals, their own aspirations. But this is the maybe let's not say the golden era before they turn to hatred and jealousy. Okay, but this seems like the sweet spot before true jealousy and true envy actually forms. Because I've had this actually happen so many times where people have approached me, they've put me up on this pedestal, they've become obsessed with me, very eager to be my friend or get to know me more, and then just give it time, a few weeks later or a few months later, they always switch up. Because these people have never taken the time of day to actually see your true nature. They haven't gotten to really see you as a human being. They kept projecting their own desires onto you and what they wanted you to be. Now it's like these are the same types of people who they panic and get scared easily as soon as they realize you don't fit into their fantasy, you don't fit into their box of what they wanted you to be, how they expected you to be. It's like, this is a similar vibe to pile number 1 of reinventing yourself, getting such a major glow up to where people cannot recognize you anymore. They can't fathom how far you've grown and how far you've become. How far you've gotten. Yeah. Okay, so wow, the plot thickens. So these people feel so intimidated by you because they know you've built up the inner strength, or you've unleashed the inner strength and potential that was locked inside of you for so long. You are no longer hiding. You are now fully yourself and in your glory, in your legacy, if that makes sense. They feel like you are headed in such a successful direction, and they're so scared that you know how to speak out and speak up. You know how to stand up for yourself, basically. And you know that they think that now they can't spin any lies against you, any gossip. So they feel like everything they try to do. So they feel like anything they try to do will be turned against them, or that it will go back to them. So they're now properly intimidated. So they want to stay in your good graces, or perhaps even curl up and, avoid you altogether, is what I'm feeling strongly here for pile number 2. So the main advice here for you, pile number 2, is to not only fully focus on yourself at this moment of time, but prioritize what fuels you, what makes you happy, as long as it's something that is, fun, but not like harmful, obviously. And treat yourself like a valuable person. Get your self-concept up even higher. Like, it doesn't matter if or you might think, oh, that's elitist to think of yourself that way, or to be so self-absorbed. But this reading is suggesting that maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit for how brilliant you actually are. Like, there's nothing wrong with appreciating yourself, taking time out for yourself, and doing what fuels you and makes you feel happy here. It's like these people want you to be affected by how they feel about you. They're hoping that you shrink yourself, you try your best to make them feel less intimidated. But in reality, nothing is ever gonna change these people or make them feel less intimidated by you, because your energy speaks much louder than words. So it doesn't matter how you dress, how you what vibes you come with to the function. Like, they will always feel that greatness within you and feel threatened by it no matter what. So why feel let down or feel hurt or upset that people feel a certain way about you that really and truly we have no control over? And yeah, like I said, I can relate heavily to this pile. So the main thing is, treat yourself like, a special person full of potential, because you are, and you do have the potential to make your dreams come true. And focus on your own happiness and what fuels you, and don't worry about what anyone incompatible with you has to say or how they might be feeling. So similar to pile number 1, pile number 2 is like there's a strong message of live your life regardless. Just do you. Just do you. Don't wait around for people. So pile 3, this is your pile. It says wear your party hat. And you've got another card, Tend the Fragile. So this is very interesting already. So already I'm getting the reason why people feel intimidated by you is because of the rapid rate at which you can heal and improve yourself. How they can't fathom how you went from being anxious, scared, very fearful person, who may have struggled a lot to being this bubbly, happy-go-lucky, whimsical person. They can't fathom that your energy could change so drastically and you could become a whole new person. It could be that these people underestimated you, or they really thought you would stay the same, or you'd stay confined to the same box that they put you in. They may have thought, oh, once a shy, insecure person, always a shy, insecure person, which isn't true. Like, if you really work on yourself, you can change your energy around for the better, and you can become a much more light-hearted person. But it does require a lot of work. So people are scared by how much you can dedicate your life into healing and how well it's worked out for you. So now they feel like they don't have an excuse to hide behind, and they cannot help but compare themselves to you. They might think they've been left behind, or have feelings of, oh, if only I would have listened to them, or if only I would have been on a healing journey as well. Look how interesting and peaceful my life would be now. So it's a very interesting pile, quite complex for those reasons. So, whoa, pile 3, this is so telling, because these people likely, I'm not gonna be dramatic and say they were rooting for your downfall, but they were hoping you would stay the same so that they can feel better about themselves, because they really didn't want to do the inner work, don't want to heal themselves. They, for whatever reason, want to stay the same because that's more comfortable for them. That's what they feel familiar with. And they resent the fact that you're no longer trapped in whatever dynamic they are still in at the moment. They don't like how you've taken charge of your own life and taken responsibility for your own healing. It seems like for this pile, you have gone through a lot in your life. But now when people look at you, they assume you haven't gone through anything and that you were always happy, you were always this bubbly, you were always this friendly, or whatever it might be, when no one really knows what is inside your heart anyways, and no one truly knows one another. Like, we all have like a representative, an image, a persona, or just the outer surface of our personalities that are visible to the world. But no one knows, the struggles you might have gone through. No one really knows, because I also sense that you're not an oversharer. You really worked by yourself for the most part. You picked yourself back up. You decided you were gonna outgrow old toxic dynamics that no longer serve you, and now you feel like you can actually achieve more in your life now that, and these people see it too. They see you opening your eyes to better things. They see you, in a sense, moving on, but they feel betrayed by that, strangely, because they wanted you to stay with them, to stay stuck with them, to never change, basically. And that's how they feel so intimidated, because they feel like, oh, only a superhuman person could do this much healing work and change this much and evolve, even though, okay, I don't really like using that word evolve like that, but that's how they feel on the inside. But of course, they'd never tell you this because they have too much pride. So they really thought or expected that you would stay overgiving, being a people pleaser, being stuck in whatever old dynamic you used to be in. And so that now these people cannot predict you anymore. That's the main source of their discomfort and them feeling intimidated by you. Okay, so now we understand this. What is your advice, Power Free? We're gonna find out how to stop feeling affected or hurt in any way by people feeling so intimidating or people just switching up. So power number 3, your final advice is, wow, it's a lot, but it's to keep doing you. And I feel like we've gotten this message across all the piles that you are actually doing the right thing. Never feel like confused or hesitant, or never feel guilty or guilted just because some people feel uncomfortable around you. You're not doing too much. It's just that, okay, like birds of a feather flock together. So this goes to show similar people do flock together, and people who vibe on the same sort of level tend to be friends. So let's say, for example, this is just an example, mean girls are gonna choose to be friends with other mean girls, or enablers, people who enable them to be mean, or people who are whimsical may be able to find a couple friends who are also quite whimsical and positive. But also they might, more interestingly, they might find people who are looking to leech off of or siphon that positive energy, to get you to feel sorry for them, to so that they can, drain you. So, okay, the main point is to keep showing up with gratitude. Train yourself so that every day you have so much love for the world, you have so much love for your life. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for living a better life, for improving yourself, for actually being more healed. Follow what your intuition is leading you to, and open yourself up to just feeling good about yourself and the opportunities that come your way. And eventually you're gonna filter these people out anyway, or they won't matter that much to you. You can just talk on the surface level, but you take nothing they say or tell you or how they feel personally anymore. But you have to be a lot more self-centered. You have to be a lot more focused on yourself in a good way. You need to be even more bubbly, even more whimsical towards yourself, especially. Doing things like smile at yourself in the mirror, completely show up for yourself, and so on. And yeah, eventually you're just gonna stop feeling bad or stop feeling guilty that you are living a better life, because you do deserve to. If you've worked hard to heal and overcome a lot, you do deserve to, have fun. And that's it for my piles. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like or subscribe to find similar videos. I do plan on expanding my content. I'll do some movie reviews, reactions. I can talk about whatever topic interests me that is motivational, manifestation content, whatever it may be, as well as these types of readings, basically whatever interests me.